Hello and welcome. My name's Moston Farmer from the Academy of Golf, and today's your assessment day. So for this assessment you're going to need a couple of things. You'll need 5 golf balls, you'll need a scorecard or somewhere to record your results, you'll need a putter, 7-iron and any other club that you prefer to chip with. So get that equipment together and then come and have a look at what we're going to be doing. Okay, so hopefully you have 5 golf balls and you've picked a chipping club. Now, in the first part of our assessment today, it's all about short game. So what you want to do is you want to pick yourself 3 holes, varying degrees of difficulty. So one can be fairly easy, maybe just a straight chip. The other one maybe a downhill chip and then an uphill chip. If you can, 3 of those. Minimum length is about 10 meters, but no more than about 15 meters. And what you're going to do is you're going to play 5 chip shots at your given target. Now we score at this point, we score 1 point for each of those chip shots that finish within a club length of the hole. And if you happen to hole one, you get a bonus, you get 2 points. And again, this is your assessment. It's just like being on a golf course. It's going to give you an idea. You can compare with our information on our website as to what level you're at by doing this as honestly as you can. So 3 holes, varying degrees, between 10 and 15 meters. And at each of those holes you have 5 shots, and then you go ahead and you score. So let's go up to the hole and I'll just show you that scoring in a bit more detail. So here's our results. So we've got to add up our totals. So the easiest way to do this is to place the end of the club into the hole and then just go around the hole and score. So that's 1 point because that's well inside my club length. Now I'm very unlucky there. You can see that the ball's just outside my club length. So be tough on yourself. That doesn't count, no points for that one. So we're still 1 point. This one's just inside, that's good enough, so that's 2 points. This one's obviously well outside, so it doesn't count, it's 2 points. And if you're lucky enough to have one in the hole, oh, there we go, you get 2 points for that. So total for this hole, I had 2 inside the circle, so that's 2 points, plus an extra 2 points for the one that went in, so I scored 4. So if this was you, mark 4 on your card, then move to the next hole. Remember, you want to do that 3 times and then add up your total score, and that becomes your score, your record for chipping at this point in time. So for the putting assessment, it's very similar. So this time we're going to play 3 holes. Our distance on these are a little bit longer than the chips. So maybe a minimum of 15 meters up to about 20, no more than 20 meters at this point in time. But with the chips, with the putts again, you can have 1 fairly easy one, but then look for 2 with a bit more increase in difficulty, so maybe something with a break. Like the golf course though, you're not allowed to have 4 or 5 practice putts or anything like that. You can read the green by all means, but then you get straight into it. Now the scoring is very much the same for those first 3 holes as chipping, but rather than using your putter to measure, I suggest you use your 6-iron, which we would use for chipping as well. So we've got a pretty standard sort of length of club. Some putters are shorter, some are longer, so if you can, use the 6-iron again to measure up your score. Now the final part about the putting assessment that we want you to do is we want you to do 5 putts, short putts. So to set those up, we'll go up to this hole and we'll show you now how to set those up. So when you get to a hole, preferably again a fairly flat hole for this one, nothing too difficult at the moment, just use your 6-iron again, just put the ball at the end of a 6-iron length and just work your way around 5 points of the compass. So you've got pretty much every angle sorted. Beautiful. Now you're set up and ready to do the short putts. Take your time on those. Remember, on the short putts, always try and line them up. And you score for these ones. You score 1 point for each one that goes in the hole. So if you hole all 5, you'll get a maximum 5 points. Tally this up with the results from your long putts, and that becomes your putting score for this assessment. Good luck with it, and we'll catch you in a moment for the full swing assessment. So now you're at the point of assessing your full swing hitting ability. So for this task, you're going to need 5 golf balls. You'll obviously need your score pad and pen. And what you need to do is you need to have 2 markers out on your driving range that are approximately 10 meters or so apart. And for guys, at about the 75 to the 100 meter mark. Remember, at this level, we're not looking for a lot of distance. What we're chasing for a perfect score is we're chasing the ability to hit the ball up in the air and to come through or land between those 2 markers. So the scoring will work as such, and you'll find a full recap of this scoring on our website, www.the1 Academy of Golf. So to score, we get a 10 out of 10 if we can hit 2 out of our 5 balls in the air and right between those 2 markers. That's your perfect score. The next score down, if you're doing the self-assessment, is a score of 7, and that would be 1 shot, nice and straight between those 2 markers in the air. Then the next score down is about a 5, and you'd score a 5 if you hit a couple of shots. They may go in the air, but they may not go anywhere near going between those 2 markers. And then if you miss all 5, give yourself, a relatively low score, or 1 or 2, or whatever you feel is fair. Now, during this assessment, obviously you're not able to do the technique assessment. So again, please refer to your accredited 1 Academy of Golf coach to get your full assessment done. But if you're happy to do the unofficial assessment, then you now have the tools to do that. So remember, 5 balls, score your best 2. Okay, so for your bunker self-assessment, you'll need 5 balls, obviously a sand iron, a rake, and the bunker that you want to pick should be about chest, neck deep. A little bit higher is okay, a little bit lower is okay as well. Just approximately there. You don't want to get into one that's really hugely deep and very hard to get out of, or one with no face at all, so you don't have to get air time. The length of shot you want is about 20 meters. So, how we score this? Well, effectively, if you want an official score, then you'll need to see your Academy of 1 accredited coach, and he'll be able to assess both your technique and your results. But for results only, what we're going to do is we're going to play 5 shots, and we're going to go on a scoring basis of, if the ball comes out with some nice air and it stays on the green, that's 1 point. For 2 points, your ball has got to come out of the bunker nicely, but finish within a rake length. So a rake's approximately 2 meters, about 10% of the distance. And then for 3 points, if your ball finishes inside a club length, okay, which is about 1 meter, which would be an excellent result. So you play your 5 shots, your maximum score is 15 on this. If you do hole 1, pat yourself on the back, that's a bonus, good on you. Okay, but that's your basic test for bunkers.